take you through my morning routine. I just found this is a great way to just get my day started, do some physical stretching and mobility work. At the same time, this is the position that I would do my morning meditation in. This video is more about the body or the physical benefits of this routine rather than a video about meditation per se. That's a different topic, and we'll talk about that at different times. Suffice to say, the positions I get into this morning, it's taken me actually quite some time to get comfortable, but I will say that it's a position that I crave at this point, and I know that my body responds in a very positive neurological way as I settle into it's what I would call an easy lotus. I think true yogis would say I'm not quite there, but it's been a progress to get here. All this, I should say, is under the assumption that you can actually just at least sit cross-legged, okay? That's how I started. And this, by the way, this is called the back jack chair. Really actually one of my better purchases online that I've ever done. It's by a company called Friends of Meditation, okay? And I just love this, this assisted cushion. You can just get a regular cushion, but I do like the back support here. And if you don't have something like this, obviously you can just support yourself against a wall, and obviously you can just be on a cushion itself if you've got that range of motion. But here we go. So I start my morning. I just kind of fold my legs into position. And just being here, it's a very, very comfortable position to be in. I'm stable, okay? I don't have actual contact with the ground of the floor with my knees. If I were just outdoors or on the beach, which is a great spot, I would have that contact also. But this is stable. I can sit here motionless for a good amount of time. And that is part of this challenge, is to, once you settle in, if you're going to sit and actually do a meditation, is to see how motionless you can be. That's actually paradoxically an incredible physical challenge. As you start to get uncomfortable through the knees or the hips or the spine, or you're just basically getting restless, to continue to calm your mind and change the relationship you have with that discomfort, I find a very, very valuable, like I said, physical challenge, okay? So most mornings I will have that as part of my intent. But anyway, remember, this is more about the physical benefits of sitting still rather than getting into the actual mechanics of meditation. So once I've settled in, okay, I'll lengthen my spine. I'll lengthen my spine by just bringing the back of my head up a little bit to lengthen my cervical spine. It's a little bit of a chin tuck, not dramatic, okay? Start to take a few deep breaths and settle in. Anytime I'm doing something good for myself, I like to put a smile on my face. That goes without saying. So here's the big advantage of it for me, is I'll do my neck mobility work before I settle into the still sitting, okay? And I'll turn to the right. And remember, when I share any of these exercises, riff on it yourself. Find the sequence that works best for you. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go as far as the right I can and just do little overpressures, okay? The shape of the cervical joints, and that's really what we're trying to do. We're just gently stretching the joint capsules of the neck. It's just a little rotation. It's not the big stretches that we do, okay? This isn't as much of a stretch as it is a mobilization, okay? So I'll find my chin, drop my shoulder, that tends to want to come up, and I'll just give it 1, 2, 3 overpressures. It's called end range loading. I'll very slowly and gently go into some extension. Stay comfortable. Whenever you're doing any neck work, slow and gentle is the key. I'm using the weight of my head just to mobilize through my neck. And I'll come over to the left. That shoulder really went up on that, didn't it? Okay, smile. Now I know my left is my restriction. So I might try another breath. Notice the pace and the care and the deliberateness. 1, 2, 3. Plenty of noise going on, especially first thing in the morning. Just starts to free up that neck, okay? I'll resettle. Eyes and face, often neglected area for us to think about creating some mobility or stretching. And you'll discover how much tension you hold in your eyes and your face. So I'm going to explain this because you won't see it because my eyes are closed, but from this position, I'm going to take my eyeballs and drive them straight up to the ceiling, okay? It's a big stretch on the muscles of my eyes. I'll just really stretch hard, just like I'm stretching any muscle. And then I'm going to rotate and I'm looking it up to the right, high up to the right. High up to the left, and I feel a restriction there also, which is not coincidental. Left neck rotation, left eye movement, they tend to be married. So again, remember I mentioned you might want to riff with this. I'm going to go back to left rotation. I'm going to look up to the left. I'm going to smile. And then I'll work out that low restriction, okay? Face and jaw. This is, as silly as I'm about to look, keep in mind that I'm doing this for y'all, okay? So open wide, tongue goes out long, you're just stretching throat, neck, jaw. Settle in, okay? That's typically what I'll do before I'll start my still sitting and I'll start my meditation, okay? So fast forward 10 to 40 minutes, maybe an hour on a good day, and I'm gonna come out. And this is actually one of my favorite parts of it. So I'm done, I'm ready to start my day. I'm gonna come off the chair. Gently, I'm always moving slow. Just down into a low back stretch. Maybe dragging my hands across the floor to get a stretch through the lats and the shoulders, okay? These are going to be all familiar for anyone that does yoga. Widen my knees to about hip. So with the hands, I'm pushing through, I'm pushing into the floor between the web of my thumb and index finger, okay? That keeps the shoulders open a little bit, stable through your wrists. And I might do a few cat-cows, right? All right. However many I feel I need in that morning. Okay. Pull my belly button into my spine. Shift up into a down dog. Again, pushing hard through the web of my thumb and index finger. Feel like I'm just getting pulled to the ceiling by my tailbone. And I'll just start to unwind my legs. Drop your shoulders out of your ears. Riff on that as much as you'd like. I come into a squat. It's usually here in the squat I'm about to get up. Well, I'll just set an intention for the day. Today happens to be Monday, April 6th. It's actually my first day back to the office after 3 weeks of quarantine. So I'm going to set my intention to be present, calm, and confident with my patients. I'm sure this is a time of big stress for a lot of us. Well, I know it is. So that's my intention for the day. I push against my hands to stabilize. Come up, off on your day. I hope that's helpful, and give it a shot. Keep in mind, all of this can be done sitting in a chair. Okay, the still sitting, the neck mobility, the eyes and the face, and you come off the chair and just whatever your range of motion allows you to do, practice it. Pay attention to how your body works, moves, and progress. Sitting in that position 2 years ago would not have been comfortable for me. Now it's my desired position, and I know it's good for me. Enjoy. Have a great day.